Hey, welcome back, folks. This is Babbaginator. We're in the Long Dark, currently hanging out in Winding River. Winding River is an interesting place. Okay, how are we doing for firewood? 42 sticks. We've got lots of firewood. We need a bright, sunny day to start something. Let's see if we got that. Looks like this is a maybe. Yep. Go team. Let's get this fire started.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, let's cook the meat that we have.
Come on, little fire. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Just to break down. Let's start with these ones. Hope people are doing well. I am doing pretty well. I had to spend part of the day, well, I spent most of the day putting off what I need to work on, and finally got it done just before the stream. So I turn in a peer review for someone else's group project. But it's all in. I'm done with it for now. It's only worth 5%, so I think finishing it is the more important thing. And I did have a couple useful insights, but I also realized I had not taken as many notes as I needed to when they did the presentation. I'm not going to be able
kind
to
of
carry this load for much longer.
Oversight that requires a time machine to fix. So yeah, I had to rely on memory. Do 3. We're gonna need some more tea, I think.
drop most of that. That's it. Actually, we do need this. Okay. What else do we not need? Probably don't need all of these, so... You know what? We should probably just... No, we'll jump in. Now we'll use the container. This is a good way to use a container, is for stacks. So then you don't have to pick up all of them on the ground. So. Okay. Get that out of the way. Go looking for our wolf. Check down here. Yeah, we still don't know where the wolf ran off to. Somewhere it's dead, but we haven't seen any crows. And I don't want to lose it. Plus we have our arrows stuck in it somewhere. So, the possibility is that he's down here somewhere. I don't think I've ever seen the wolf run this far, but it's possible. I guess if it's scared enough. I mean, there's not much to this region, so... If he's not on this side, then I don't know where he is. Of course, we're too overcast and snowy to get any crows right now. So that's not going to help us. Nope, didn't run into this corner. Another possibility is he ran all the way back up towards the dam entrance. Did we just not do these, or did we deliberately not do these last time?
No wolf over here. So then did it run all the way up the hill towards the dam and the broken chain link fence? I guess that's a possibility. I would have thought we would have seen crows, but I guess not. If you're lurking and new to this channel, we're doing a challenge right now called Roll With It. And here's a little bit about myself. I'm a writer. I'm the author of 2 books of poetry and former computer games programmer. Currently back in school doing a master's in library science. And my areas of interest include the history of artificial intelligence and sci-fi fantasy role-playing games, as well as contemporary poetry and a bunch of other stuff. Just all sorts of stuff. Uh-oh. Gonna be a storm soon here. Middle of the day. We don't have a blizzard right in the middle of the day. Yeah. Okay, what do we got? Now I know the wolf comes up here sometimes, so there's a chance he's hiding up here. That's a long way for him to run. Yeah, he did. He ran all the way up here. Let's see if we can get a fire going here.
Come on, little fire.
Hey, Laszlo. Good to see you. We found our missing wolf. It's a little bit more meat for us. Wish you were a little chunkier, but it's okay. 3.6, not a 5.4, but still pretty good. Let's see here. Let's remember this time to do shoutouts. Yeah, if we didn't have the Maglins and the Strikers, we'd be in trouble because we have, I think, only 4 matches left, but we got the two Strikers and the Maglins, so we're okay for now. But it's not great. Totally not great. We don't need the hide. Wow. Do we need the guts? Maybe. Maybe wait for him to thaw out a little bit more. Oh, actually, you know what? These 26 minutes, why don't we just bare hand it? $48, good. So today's my quiet day. I had all my roommates are out. Oops. It's our midterm break, and one of my roommates doesn't have a midterm break, but today's still a holiday, so he's visiting family, and then he'll be back, I think, tomorrow. And another one's visiting family on Vancouver Island, so is away, I think, until tomorrow or Wednesday. And another one, the last roommate's out scouting out where he'll be working beginning this summer, so it's exciting for him. Let's see, what do we want? I think we want to put a little water on here. That's fine for what we got here. Okay, let's eat some of the meat here. So, I started this weekend another anime series, one that I have had recommended to me a number of times. And I had assumed it was just overhyped, but I decided to finally start watching it, and I have to say, it is not overhyped. It is actually very, very good. And that series, of course, is Demon Slayer, which I finished the first season. I finished the movie in between, and which is like the Mugen train arc. I've finish that, and I finished the... I'm starting the Entertainment District arc right now. But yeah, it's pretty good. Art is amazing. Storytelling is fantastic. Characters are great. There's a couple annoying characters, at least at the very start, but they are in the process of developing. But yeah, it's in places it's brutal, you know, and there's a lot of tragedy and sadness, but there's also a lot of just moments of like the fight scenes are absolutely incredible, and some of the better fight scenes I've seen in a long time, actually. Okay. So, nothing hiding in here. Nothing over here. Just seeing if we missed anything from before. It's getting late, so I think we're going to have to head back. Yeah, I'm just not seeing anything I need here. We can come back up and try again. Try the other side. I don't suppose there's anything... I think we've already cooked that deer over there. So I don't think there's anything we're missing, but try nonetheless. You know what? We forgot to check and see. Oh, it's back over here. Hey, Roller. We gotta check and see if we got any feathers. Because we do need to make some more of the fire hardened arrows. So, were there feathers? There were feathers. Okay, that's good. Just one, though. Sad. And the storm has hit. Oh, it's hydrate time. Thanks, Roller. You guys help me hit my daily amount of water, which is good. Stay hydrated. Hey, Roller, thanks for the gift sub to fill in the blank. Like writing a blank check at that point, right? So how's your day? What have you been up to today, Roller? Did you have the day off, or did you have to work or be on call? I was saying earlier, I put off working on one of my homework things until just after dinner, but I got it done. It was really just a short peer review thing I had to write up. But so that's turned in. Rest of the week, I need to finish up a web project for another class and not overthink it. And well, I need to think more about design and not overthink like implementation. And then I think if I get that done, I've got like another thing to get done, and then I've got a bunch of like application things I need to fill out. One for a scholarship, one for a housing thing. So. And then do more research too to see if I can find a place to stay for summer at least. Kind of hoping, really hoping that I get into this thing for housing for fall. Lone Dark's treating me pretty well. We found our missing wolf, so that's definitely a big plus. We've had a couple Maglins days, so we haven't had to use up our remaining matches yet. We found some more cattails that we'd missed the first time that we're here. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just warm up a little bit here. Yeah, every day this run continues is a new day forward into our personal best, because we are living our best life right now. Who knows? Maybe this will be the run that we break 300. There's a chance it'll be 300 by the time we get to Black Rock. Okay, time to chow down. Okay.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Okay, let's check up here again, see if we get some more feathers. Maybe we can make our extra arrows soon. Oh, sounds like one of my roommates made it home already. Oh, look at this. All these extra feathers. Oh, we haven't gotten to this guy yet. That's why. How are we doing feathers? Well, it's 19, so we can make 6 arrows out of that. Should we leave it for another day? Like there's literally nothing else to do in this region other than harvest this deer at this point. We've harvested everything else. Oh, I know where we could go. We could go to the other side. I'm pretty certain there's nothing there, but might as well look. Okay. See, we got some more feathers over here. Nope, no more feathers.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
I wonder how many days Pleasant Valley is going to be. We're going to have like a short stay or a long stay. We don't really have anything left to craft. But there are a few things we would like to find. The exit cave, we are... I don't know, I think we counted it as part of PV. I don't know, I never really use it for my... Since we already have a cave here, I really don't use the other cave. So I usually count it as part of PV. Finding River already has a cave. Don't need another cave. No new feathers. Okay, we're going to use our...
Come on, little fire.
Warm up our teas. Yeah, I let every person that decides to, like, whatever run you're doing, you can decide for yourself the first time you visit someplace whether to count the transition cave as belonging to one side or the other side. Once you make that choice, that's what you're stuck with for the rest of that run. So, like, if I declare the exit cave as part of Winding River, then I can stay in there if I need to for Winding River, but when I get to PV, I can't go into that cave until I'm leaving. Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty certain we already... Yeah. Oh, but look at this, friends. Look at this. There was a deer here. We ate him last time. Yeah, I keep hoping for a whetstone somewhere, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, we grabbed everything here. Oop. Cloth. Okay. I think Hambone said that he once fell off of this and slid all the way down and survived. Like, broke his ankles or something, but survived the fall on this. Which is pretty wild. You can't do that on the trestle bridge. You just hit everything on the way down and slam into the ice and you're dead, dead, dead. It won't even let you slam into the ice. You're already dead the moment you fall. So. Okay. So what do we get out of that? Gasoline. And I guess if we're really set on it, we could... Is there a way to get there? No. This is 2.5 hours. $29. Okay. No, I see a path forward here. Let's do it. We got nothing else to do. I mean, we're gonna do the deer carcass on a different day. But we can do this for now. Oh, there was actually food in
It's
it.
getting too heavy to carry.
Amazing. We actually got food out of that. I was so shocked. I was not expecting there to be anything in there. I thought, that's so much work, and we're not going to get anything. Let's see here. What else do we not need? Yep, leave no torch behind. We're going to take everything with us. So yeah, all that work, still no whetstone. Still no more matches. I should check my notes to see if we ever visited the bunker in PV. Figures. Storm's coming. Goodbye torch soon. There's a torch gone. better visibility than I thought I was going to get in this storm.
Jesus, this is cold.
Oh. Yes, we're cold. We're cold. Very cold,
So
Astrid.
cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
There we go. Yes, so much frost, so little punk. Okay, let's figure out what we can do here. We can refuel this guy. Got that for now. Okay, so 273. About halfway there, right? 273. That's where we're at. Halfway through our winding river. So I guess next thing is to harvest the last deer carcass. See what we get off of that. And then make our way out of here. Just have 3 more days, and they're going to go fast because we have absolutely nothing to do. Nothing's going to change in the next 3 days. Yeah, the rocks even aren't big enough to practice curling. Yeah. What a disappointment. Okay. Oh. I'm gonna take some firewood with us. Too overcast. Oh no, we waited too long. Got nothing. Should have done it right away. Oh well. Well, now we really have nothing to do.
Walk with this much gear.
Okay, there's nothing left to kill here. And nothing left to harvest. So, we really are left to just hanging out here and waiting for time to pass. Okay, we're definitely into cattails. Three days. We got 3 days left. Really more like 2.5. Okay. One thing we want to figure out is when we were in PV. Figure out when we were in PV. We've been PV a few times now. 1, 2, 2 visits to PV, 21 days total. So what does that mean? Okay, Burnt Ridge Cave, Skeeters. Abandoned Cache. Okay. Trying to figure out if we ever went and checked out I have a feeling we never did. We never checked out the other bunker. Not seeing it on here. Okay, so we can try for the other bunker. Well, it's fog, no fire. Okay, what can we tear up here? Yeah, Winding River is painful just because once you finished all your harvesting and killed everything, there's really nothing else to do but wait. I mean, we're basically just waiting for guts to cure, hides to cure. Is there any light? Don't think so. I think it's overcast still. Yep. Can't even... Okay. Good jerky. Get that out of the way. Yep, our last few days are going to be cattails, I think. Uh-oh. Storm. Well, we need water, and we're tired of waiting, so... 3 matches remain.
Come on, little fire. Perfect.
I think we're just gonna boil water really at this point. $274. Why don't we do this as well? We'll update these as well. Yeah. Okay. 274. 2 more days. Okay, one here. Okay, so that puts us at 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Oh, let's see. Oh, now we have Meglins with her. But not really much else to do here. $274 still. Two days left. No new food. It does feel like forever. Is there anything we can repair? Let's see. $95, 90, 88, 91. Hey, M squared, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. We're just trying to find things to do while we wait for our last 2 days of Winding River. 6 days feels like such a long time. Like, harvested everything, killed everything, now what? Just like sitting around, eating cattails, watching things cure. Let's do some shout outs here. Shout out to Roller. And shout out. Okay, we'll wait here for a couple seconds and then we'll try the shout out.
Of us need to go get a gun so I can shoot you in the face and make a coat out of your skin. I'm a vegetarian.
Fill in the blank. I don't know if you've. Okay. No clip, so. Okay. So give you shout outs. Yeah, we're in the long wait right now. It's the painful wait. We waited too long on one of the deer carcasses. It had already decayed beyond harvestability, so we didn't get a chance to get anything off of that one. Otherwise, we would have actually been fine for 6 days here, because we had enough meat. But then I waited too long. I should have done it I had a window of time to do it, and I said, I'll do it the next time I have a chance. And of course, it was an extra day, and then it was too late. So. Yep. Okay, so what are we doing? We're waiting for nightfall. Yeah, at least I can cure stuff in the cave, right? Oh, you know what we should do? We should make those fire-hardened arrows. That's what we should do. There's something to do.
Come on, little fire.
They should cure in fishing huts on Mystery Lake.
Come on, little fire.
I'm on the fence on that one. I mean, they're not... I think if you can close the door on something, they should cure. So, like, the huts that have, like, a door on them, then maybe cure. But, the huts with no door, no, definitely not. Too slow. What are we doing here? Oh, we're gonna try to do this. Three is probably good enough. We need to save our feathers for making our actual arrows.
is getting too heavy to carry.
Ah. I think we saved the deer hide for repairing the travois. And, I think we're mostly good here. Piece of leather. Dad eventually to repair that. Okay, I'm looking forward to PV. I think it'll be a fun stay. Either we're going to have to rush or we're going to have to... Imagine if we got a short stay in PV and had to run all the way to Blackrock, like to Keeper's Pass. It's doable, but... Yeah. I think we're good. Let's start our sleep. What would be the ideal stay for PV? Honestly, anywhere between 5 and 10 days would be fine. There's like a few places I haven't checked yet that I would like to check to see if I can find an extra whetstone or some more matches. But there's nothing super pressing. I mean, in total, we've already spent 21 days in PV, so we've looted most of it. We haven't looted everything. I don't think we've been to 3 strikes. Yeah. 3 strikes, then there's also, there's a bunker that's over by the plane crash we haven't been to. At least not that I see evidence of. So I think those are like places we could check. I don't have a lot of confidence that there's going to be a lot of stuff there, if anything. Wherever we go, we're going to have to hunt. So part of me thinks we should just go straight to the PV farmhouse and hunt around the area. Just so that we can be all set up to go right into Keeper's Pass. But yeah, I would say like about 8 days would be great for this run at this point. Eight days we could kill a bear and haul the meat in to Keeper's Pass, which would be cool. But we may just kill a bunch of wolves in Keeper's Pass instead. Okay, where are we at? I think we're 1 day away now. 275. One day away. It's a little gusty. Yeah, pretty much as soon as we get to PV, we have to start
I can barely
killing
walk
stuff
with
so we
this
have a
much
food
gear.
supply. I don't believe we left ourselves a food supply in PV, so... I mean, these are getting close. Yeah, poor Astrid is just lazing around, doing nothing. Okay, let's try. Running low. I think Windy River might be one of the worst places to get stuck for a long stay on this challenge. Because there's just, it's not unlike Crumpling Highway where you can beachcomb. You've got no other like new source of food that comes in. The only exception would be like if you got a 10-day stay. Then, if you killed a wolf on the first day, the wolf might be back by day 10. That's happened to me once, where I ended up getting the wolf twice in the same stay. Okay, what day is it? It is D-Day, I think. Departure day. 276. The clock turns over. Okay, let's pack up.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
What is my lantern? You've managed to stay alive long enough for it not to matter. How often does wildlife take to respawn? Someone has done a study of that, and it makes a difference. Like, respawn time is mostly dependent on how far into the run you are, and also, yeah, so it's how far into the run. So like up to the first 50 days, most of the respawns are fairly quick, and then after that it gets slower and slower and slower, especially on Loper. Do we want to stay and wait for those? No, we already got enough. Let's wait another hour. See if we get light out. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely seems that way. It will try to kill you. Well, I am definitely lightening my load when it comes to cattails. We had like 78 of them. Now we're down in the almost in the 20s now. But it is what it is. Okay, departure day. Time to head out. That's a good torch. Look at that. That's a 50%er. Look, the rabbits are back. Do we want a rabbit? They're portable.
Come on, little fire.
Okay, Bunny, where are you? Yeah. Stupid. Had that bug where the bow won't draw. Okay, it's down. Okay, all we want is the meat. We don't need anything else. "24 minutes. Well, I guess we could take the hide then. Ripping the rabbit apart. Okay, we're good. Good enough. We'll take that one. Okay, off we go. Goodbye, Winding River. Yeah. Yeah, when they switched out the animation, it was like, whoa. This stuff got real. This is real now. Ripping apart the animal. Oof. You just feel how grisly, no pun intended, it is. No pun intended. When you tear off the bear hide from a bear with your bare hands. Well, there's multiple bear puns there. Yeah, if you're late in the run and you're out of whetstones, but you've got Carcass Harvesting 5, you might as well just rip things apart with your bare hands if you can afford the time. Like, saves the wear and tear. So, like, my knife and hatchet are both, like, in the 60-70% range. They're not going to last forever until I get new whetstones. Pretty much have to be really careful about what I use them for. Ooh. Okay. What are we going to get? We're heading out. Weather looks great. Will it be great when we exit? Don't know. Oh, hidden rose hips. We'll take these. Oh, another set too. There's a lot of extra torches we don't need. No. It does seem implausible. Okay, folks, it's time to roll. Leaving Winding River, going to PV. How long are we going to spend in PV? How long will the die tell us? It will be 1 to 20 days. You guessed correctly. We'll give you 10,000 points. Spend how you want on this channel. Hey, Prof. Niels, good to see you in. 5, 9, 8. Everyone's being so kind, trying to aim for the optimal length of time. We get an extra coal here. Vancouver's treating me pretty well. I have a database design class that I'm kind of way ahead on right now. We have a group project. That's the only thing that's honestly left for me to finish up is the group project work. But the other like stuff where we're like doing SQL queries, like learning how to, you know, both design and interact with databases. Although I've never formally taken a database class, it isn't too hard to pick up if you have a background already in programming. So grateful for that. That was fairly quick to learn. Is this our exit? Oops. Do we just go full circle? I forgot to mark my path, but I think this is the right way. I think we go up. We haven't been here before. Well, not on this trip. Yeah, so I had something that was due March 25th, which required me to learn how to define triggers for a you know, a relational database, and so rather than wait for the class on it, I just like looked up some tutorials and taught myself how to do it, and then turned in the homework assignment. So I'm like, okay, the only thing I have is the group assignment stuff that I have to do for that group project stuff, and I've got a pretty good group, so I'm not too concerned about getting that done. And then I have a digital documents design class where basically all that I have left is 2 website or web page, not even website, web page design things I have to do, and one of them I'll do this week, and I'll probably try to get the other one done this week as well, and then I really won't have anything. Then when I go to LA next week, I really will have not much to worry about at all, so it'll be nice. Yeah, group projects I'm always nervous about because I don't know what people bring to the table, how skilled they are at doing things, but ta-da! We're in PV. Okay, so this is the moment of truth, friends. Let's roll that die and find out what we actually get. Oops, I'm in the wrong one. Sorry. It's like switch to the wrong scene. That's not what I want. I want the die, not the... Okay, let's get this right. D20 roll. Come on. That is a 9. We are a 9. Okay, who said 9? M squared. You are correct, M squared, with your 9. And I think that's the only 9 we have. Woohoo! Let's see, add points. Yep, big money. Okay, so 9. Oh, we should add that to here. Nine in PV gives us plenty of time to cross, even if we have some minor weather issues. So let's see, 276, where we're at. And then for Astrid over on this side, 9 days means we leave on 285. We're in PV now. Got lots of torches to cross here with. How are we doing? Middle of the day. We've most likely already looted these places, but we're going to double check them anyways. Check the hunting blind, check the cave, go to Signal Hill, go to the farmhouse. Ooh, looks like there's dead body or a carcass. No whetstone. I was hoping. This is probably the dead guy. There's like this dead guy and a dead deer, and it looks like they had a battle and the guy lost. Oh, wolf is out. Weather just abruptly changed. Did we leave anything in here? Nothing. Left nothing here. Okay. Sometimes I leave a little bit of food here, but I didn't, so... see if we got some new feathers. You did not cooperate. No feathers. Oh, the wolf is going away from us. Now he's starting to circle back. Nope, he ran away. $11 matches plus a maglet. See? Things are looking up. Just have to have good weather somewhere. Yeah, it's amazing how... Yeah. And small little victories, right? Well, it's wolf growling noises, I think. Not bear growling noises. Yeah, years ago I read a wonderful article about TLD and its real world application in terms, well, let's see, not in terms of survival, but in terms of learning to celebrate and to cherish small victories. And you know how that helps people navigate depression and anxiety is learning that even small little things are big things. You know, the fact that you started a fire in only 2 tries, you know, at the beginning of the game. That you found a pack of matches, you know. That you made it through the night, you know. Despite the fact that you didn't know if you had enough fuel, somehow made it through the night. Not beating yourself up over and spending your attention on little failures is pretty key to making it. Yeah. Because you can spiral. You can really spiral quickly in the game. You beat yourself up over one mistake, and then you become so fixated on that that you don't notice that you've got other things that you need to address. And then you start making other mistakes, and they just get worse and worse and worse.
Think about his food.
Astrid wants food. Every time I see one of these fuses, I think it's like a chocolate bar. And I think, hey, chocolate bar! And then it's not a chocolate bar, and I'm very sad. Astrid would be very sad if she tried to eat one, because it would definitely not taste like a chocolate bar. Okay, we struck out here. Look, there's an extra hammer. We will never need that hammer. Oh, what's in this one? Ooh, boots. Okay, so there's a whole lot of nothing in here. Okay, looks like we're eating more cattails. I think we're going to descend. Yeah, you can't, yeah, you're basically committed, right? You've moved into the region, and now there's no question about how long you're going to be here. It's exactly that role. And the things that you can question yourself on are like, and it's too late to do so. I guess the only question you have is, like, before you enter the region is, how much food should I bring? And that's a real question. Sometimes you think, oh, I don't need that much. I'll probably roll really low, and then you roll 20, and you go, I wish I brought more food. Okay. Really wish I had more food. Wish I had left a stockpile somewhere. But alas, this is not the Muskeg or Broken Railroad where We have a tendency of stockpiling a bunch of stuff. Bear? No bear. So far, no bear. Yeah, I mean, that would be wise. Yeah, my big concern is that we're going to get caught in a streak of bad weather and not have anything to eat soon. We're pretty close to that. We could probably afford to... We've got one reserve... We got 2 boxes of crackers. One of them is being saved for... Beat the challenge, we eat a box of crackers to celebrate. So we're going to keep 1 box for celebration purposes, and 1's emergency rations. And we may actually get to needing to use our emergency rations. That's not a good feeling, but... Makes me wish we had killed... Oh, we did kill that rabbit. 9 days. Yeah, I guess we can try to take out a rabbit or 2 over here. Yeah, they're victory crackers. Let's see, what, if anything, did we leave here? Nothing. Okay. Well, we're gonna make certain our fire doesn't go out. Okay. Hey Aaron, good to see you. We made it to PV. Got a 9-day stay.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
We're about to go hunt some rabbits. Okay. Well, we can drop a bunch of stuff here. We'll get to it. Here, bunny, bunny, bunny. Did it get too snowy and all the rabbits went away? game.
Can you eat trees?
Where are bunnies go? Where did the bunnies go? They were just here. Now they're gone. Yep, I think it got too snowy and they decided to go away. Go hide somewhere. That's disappointing. We were hoping for food. No, we're not going to have food on this one. Guess we're gonna make a run for the farmhouse then. Yeah, we just have Keeper's Pass and Farmhouse. Keeper's Pass and Farmhouse. Keeper's Pass and Blackrock. That's all. We have survived everything else. But we are low on food, and the rabbits disappeared when we needed to get them. Should have built the fire outside, I guess. But yeah, we're getting close to the end. 9 days here. Blackrock could be up to 10. Not Blackrock. Keeper's Pass could be up to 10 days. And Blackrock could be up to 20 days. So that's a maximum of 39 days left on this challenge.
Oh, I'm starving.
But if we roll low, we could get 1 day in Keeper's Pass and 1 day in Blackrock, and we would be done in 11 days. So yeah, it's possible that we could, if we roll super low and are very lucky, we could finish the challenge by the end of the week. Or it might take us another 2 weeks to finish up. So, we'll see. I don't think I left any food for myself. It most likely did not leave any food at the farmhouse. I think I was... But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we did leave something for ourselves. Did we leave ourselves anything here? Car battery. Water. That's useful. Yeah, thanks, Aaron. Yeah, I've really enjoyed this challenge. This has been a lot of fun. It is frustrating whenever I lose it right at the very end, but overall, I like this challenge. Food's gonna be an issue, isn't it? Not so lucky. Nothing there. Let's see if we're lucky here. Did we leave ourselves anything? No. Water. That's all we got. Another pot. Can opener. Salt's not going to do it. Well, we should have enough food to get us through the night. The problem is just going to be the next day. If the weather's good, we're fine. If the weather's not good, we're not fine. Yeah, it would be really nice. It's too snowy for the bear. The bear does not want to come out in this much snow, so... Do we overlook anything? I don't think so. What's in this one? Just newspaper. Oh, home request. Okay, one of the things we should do here before we forget is drop all our hides and guts. Pick up these and make more. Don't need to make water right away. We'll go upstairs and then we'll read a poem. Something from a friend. Trying to think who would be good. Probably been a while since I read anything from Brendan Constantine. He might be a good person to read. Let's see. Nothing else. Yep, more cloth. Give us something else to shred in the middle of the night. Okay, I am sensing that we are out of luck when it comes to food. I do not see any overlooked food items. Okay, we are going to use one of our emergency cracker boxes. And then we're going to try to spend next stream hunting. Yep. Yeah, we have lots of cloth here already. Okay. I know, blasphemy. I ate one of the boxes that I was saving. But, we'll see. Maybe Keeper's Pass will be kind to us. We still have our emergency broth. That's another big food source that would get us through. Okay, what can we do here? Okay. Home from a friend. Who should we read? I'm trying to think if I brought anything from Brendan. I didn't. We'd have to look it up. It's okay. We'll find something. Okay, so we owe a poem to Roller, which we're going to take care of here in a second.
I need to find food.
Why does that sound like a terrible storm outside? Because it's a terrible storm outside. Okay. Two 77 days. Yeah. Does sound like teeth chattering, right? Okay. Let's see. We're at 277 days, which means we have survived our first day in PV. And it means we have only 8 days left. We are going to exit, take a look at the weather. I think we could probably hunt some wolves in this weather. But anyways, we'll wrap up here. Okay, so 277, that's where we're at. Which is now my current PB. My best, longest Loper run ever is this run. So every stream we survive is, stretches the record a little bit further. So we're going to read something. We'll find something from one of my friends. I'm thinking maybe we'll read something fun from my friend Brendan Constantine. I wish I had a copy of his books here, so we're going to have to go online instead to track it down. Let's see. Oh, looks like there's one here. Okay, we'll try this one. This is from Brendan Constantine, who is an LA poet. Who teaches at I think he teaches at a private high school right now. He does lots of workshops, lots of readings. He is someone who, I think his mother is an actress. Yeah, it's Hollywood and it's LA. It's very LA. Okay. This is from Brendan Constantine. What's not to love? What's not to love about a broken bowl? Now, two half bowls, still ready to hold what they can, even if that's nothing. What's not to love about weeds and weeds and weeds that crowd the yard and thrive amazingly on the same nothing? What's not to love about a virus crowding the blood, putting a doll of itself in each cell and sailing it away to find fortune in the heart? What's not to love about the dying heart, with its 4 dark rooms full of grass and broken china, a sheeted piano about to play? What's not to love about a sonata played by a lonely child who would rather do anything else, sleep in a garden or pull up the flowers, who would rather be sick? What's not to love about reading aloud to someone fast asleep, about not stopping, not even when a bowl slides from the bed and crashes like a bell in water? Okay, so that's What's Not to Love by Brendan Constantine. You can check out the poem here. It appeared in Poetry Magazine, which is actually a pretty big deal. And you can also check out his work online. So that is... There you go. Oh, okay. And so that's his website if you want to learn more about his books. He has such a wild and prolific mind. He just he keeps writing and writing and writing. Yeah, I don't have some of the more recent ones. I don't have Dementia, My Darling, or Bouncy Bounce. But he also has books called Calamity Joe, Birthday Girl with Possum, and Letters to Guns. Letters to Guns is a fantastic book, which I wish I'd brought with me, but I forgot to bring it. So it's still sitting in Saskatchewan. But in Letters to Guns, he writes letters from inanimate objects to other inanimate objects, including guns. Okay, and should we read something of my own to wrap up as well? Maybe we should. We'll see what the poem chooser tells us to read. Oh, and we're going to still have the die on the board. Look at me failing badly. Why is the die up on this one? That shouldn't be up. Weird. Burials. Oh, this has a story behind it. Yeah, let's read this one. Burials. So this comes from my first book of poetry, The Lost Country of Sight, published by Anhinga Press in 2008. It was winner of the 2007 Philip Levine Prize. And I'll read the poem, and then I'll give a little bit of the backstory behind it. But I'll say it's one of my favorite poems in the book. Burials. Pulling through Montana in the snow, we cling to the taillights of the last car, blurring back into the darkness. Like the inside of a coffin, my father says, as if knowing the exact shade the dead see, lying stiff, frozen eyes peering up through closed lids. He shifts in his seat, watches the road disappear, thinks again of dying and the burials we've seen, his father's simple reduction to ashes. How small the urn, how light for a man that stood 6'3", carried a boy on his shoulders, lived on trains as a youth, picked apples as a man. This past summer, watching him thin to disappearing, blurring out lines between lives, my father trying to return pieces, fragments, time, the body burning, the dark smells of crematoriums, funeral homes, and pale-faced lawyers, something merges, ends, and begins. My father placing the ashes back into the air, offerings to the skies, to the seas, unaware how Buddhist he is at this moment, how the faint sound of bagpipes echoes, how the ashes fall catching light, reflecting something back into the silence, the dark birth of the sun coming into view. So this is probably one of the oldest poems in this collection. It was a poem I wrote when I was an undergraduate, and I was finishing a computer science degree, but thanks to the intervention of an English professor who was taking a history of civilization two-part course from, and it was centered on the history of rhetoric. So he was an English professor, and he had noted that I was really passionate about writing and about writing poetry. It was not great poetry, but apparently he saw promise in the poems that I was writing. And he said, you should really take a creative writing workshop class while you're here. Even though this is not your major, you should take that. In fact, I'm going to recommend that you take a graduate creative writing workshop class. And I would, he says, and I would put in a word for you to get into that. And all you need to do is put together a little portfolio, and I will petition on your behalf to get into the class. And so that's what happened. I got an opportunity to take a graduate creative writing workshop class. And the first one was kind of a mixed genre with fiction and poetry. And then the second one I took, having done it once, then I basically had permission to do it again. I did one where it was primarily poetry. And the professor was this wonderful older Welsh poet by the name of Leslie Norris, who was a contemporary. Like, he was not just a contemporary, he was a friend of Dylan Thomas and Ted Hughes and Sylvia Plath and a lot of other amazing poets from that time period. So he was an older poet, and he was really skilled, but very humble, and incredibly gifted instructor. And I wrote this poem for that class, for that second workshop class. And I remember drafting this poem and getting to the end of the poem and having this feeling. For the first time, I felt like, I think I understand what I'm trying to do as a poet. I'm trying to write like this. And I showed it to him, and he looked at the poem and he said, this is really good. But he said, I have one question. What would happen if you changed and he pointed out one word in the last line. And he said, what would happen if you changed that to, and then he suggested something else. And so originally the last line of the poem wasn't the dark birth of the sun coming into view. It was the dark rising of the sun coming into the view. And he said, what would happen if you use the dark birth, if it was birth? And I thought, it was amazing. Like, that one question redefined the whole poem. It just like rippled backwards. And it wasn't that he told me you had to do it that way. He was just offering me an opportunity to think about what would happen if I changed one word, and why the selection of one word, one image could have such a profound effect on the reading of the entire poem. So that's kind of meta about how the poem came to be, and why it's so meaningful to me is because it marks also sort of the beginnings of where I found my poetic voice. As a poem itself, it's a poem about my father grappling with his father's death. and the the beginning of the poem, pulling, so it's kind of interesting. I took multiple things that happened and combined them together into one poem. The conversation we have in the course of the poem, which isn't really documented, but it's kind of alluded to, is a conversation that I had on the phone when my father contacted me to let me know that his father had just passed away. And it was the first time I recall in that conversation, it was the first time that I remember realizing that my father wasn't just my father, he was someone else's son. And now he was trying to navigate the world without his father. And that the two of them had never fully reconciled, that there was some estrangement had happened over the years, and he'd never really had patched, the two of them had never really patched things up, and there was always distance between them, and it was never fully reconciled. And in contrast, the relationship that my father and I had was a really, really close relationship, a good friendship. And so I think, like, the distance between a father and a son, I think, is part of what this poem's about. And then the context, like the drive through the blizzard that it talks about at the beginning, was a completely different situation, a different scene, where really what had happened was I'd flown into Minot, North Dakota. It was cheaper when I was going to school in the States. It was cheaper some years to fly into North Dakota, and then my father would come down and pick me up from Saskatchewan, drop down, pick me up, and we'd drive across the border again. And that particular year, it was my uncle, my mother's brother, so Chinese side, and my father drove down together to pick me up. And on the way back, we got hit by this massive blizzard, this horrible whiteout blizzard that was so bad that you could watch the taillights of the car in front of you, but the highway itself was completely wiped out. It was so white, so completely cleared out, that there was no trace of the car that had been through. There's no tracks that were completely gone. And so that sense of erasure, complete erasure, even as the lights are disappearing in front of you, it really resonated with me. It felt like a natural thing to include in the poem. There's a lot of other stuff in the poem that kind of worked its way in consciously and unconsciously. There's a bit of a dad joke going on in the second stanza, where, like, it's funny and not funny, right? It's like the inside of a coffin, my father says, as if knowing the exact shade the Dead Sea, lying stiff with frozen eyes, frozen eyes peering up through closed lids, is like a multi-layered dad joke or terrible pun in some respect. The exact shade is like not just like a shade of color, but also like a ghost, right? That the Dead Sea, lying stiff is like a horrible pun about a corpse, right? Frozen eyes peering up through closed lids, like this is in a coffin, right? But it's also the closed lids of the eyes. So there's like multiple layers going on with that one. And there's part of me that finds it it's like a little bit macabre to have like that, but I think that's normal in a sense. How we navigate loss and death frequently is balanced out with trying to find something oddly humorous about it, if we could balance those two things, those two emotions. So I think that's another part of that. But so when I wrote it years ago, it was about my father losing his father. But by the time I was working on the book, I had lost my father. And so the poem takes on a different meaning, another layer of meaning because of that. Oh, the cacophony of silent screams. There you go. Adding to, yep, there. Now you need to write something, right? Okay, so thank you. It's been a pleasure to read and to share poetry, both my friends' work, Brendan Constantine and others, as well as myself. If you want to check out more, you can always visit my website. And other than that, I think we should get ourselves ready to go and find someone to raid. It's almost 11. It'd be a good time to find someone who is going to be up right now. So we got Slid Holmes, Queen Clovers, who we have not seen up for a while. Let's see, what are they doing here? I think we visit Queen Clover. See how they're doing. Except they just finished. Okay, so they did already finished. Or they haven't started yet. Nope, they finished all right. Okay, so I guess we could try someone new, or we could go visit Slid. What's your vote? What do you want to do? Visit someone new or visit Slid? Okay. All right, let's see who else is up then. Punisher. Okay. I do not know Punisher. But small, like, they're navigating in the middle of an aurora, so let's let's see how they're doing. Okay, let's try this. New person. We don't know anything about them, but they're brave enough to wander out in an aurora, so we will support them. Send some TLD love their way. Okay, thanks for hanging out with me. We will head on over and support a new streamer. They look pretty new to streaming. They have a small set of followers, so we should go and support them and hopefully help them build. And catch you all tomorrow night as we continue our run in PV. Hopefully we find some food. Things have been a little bit tough, but we should get some wolves in the morning. Okay, see you all next stream and on the other side of this raid.